did Seth Meyers last night.
Yes.
And
we had a big debate on the show yesterday.
Because Jeremy Irons was the first guest.
And that just prompted me to say, oh, man, got to ask him about Die Hard 3.
And I'm like, that's the last movie I'm going to bring up to. That is the last movie I'm going to bring up to him. So I don't know where to go first on this. I'll just tell you my whole experience.
Yeah,
so now there's 3 green rooms.
Okay.
There on the 6th floor at 30 Rock. It's so awesome, that building.
You get your own?
Yeah.
You get your own green room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I've never been a talk show guest.
You don't share green rooms. I mean, I guess you don't do that. I mean, you get your own little space.
Okay.
So, what are you, an animal?
Yes.
Are you animal?
I think we've
multiple guests are going to be in one.
That I am.
I'm not going to just be kicking it with Jeremy Irons, and his group. He's in his room. I'm in my room.
Okay.
There was a third guest whose name escapes me right now.
Yeah.
At any rate, so I show up, and my smaller guest space is down the hall from the room that they put the first guest in. Okay, and Jeremy Irons, it's his room. They have an iPad on the wall with your name on it.
I thought that was pretty cool how they do that with the iPad. That's pretty sharp.
Okay.
They put your name in.
So it's Jeremy Irons' iPad name on the wall there, and the door is shut.
Okay.
Shut. Now, I'm a man of the people.
Your door's open.
My door is always open.
Your door's always open.
All right?
Okay.
My green room door is always open.
You want to invite the conversation.
Yeah, you want to talk? Let's mix it up. And Seth Meyers, when guests come on our show,
we go
and
back
they're in our
and
green
chat.
room, always.
Always.
I love that. He does that all the time, too. And he is just the mensch of the top mensch. He comes in, he sits on a chair, sits down with you and talks with you for a few minutes. He's such a good dude, and there's a handwritten thank you note that's right there. He gives out his own mug. It's a little mug giveaway.
All right.
So I'll be having the Rich Eisen Show mug. We'll be sharing some time with a late night with Seth Meyers mug on occasion.
Love it.
I also noticed something on his desk that I'm going to bring to our show, is that he has a mug of one of his NBC affiliates on his desk.
Oh, okay.
So Rich Eisen Show radio affiliates, I'm going to ask for their mugs, and I'll drink coffee out of their mugs.
I like it.
We're a partnership, right?
Okay.
So to all my radio affiliates out there, send me your mugs. I will put them, and I will have them on my desk. I thought that was a neat idea.
Cool.
I picked up. I saw that last night.
Cool.
Yeah, it was like the Baltimore NBC affiliate mug that he had on his desk. So at any rate, Jeremy Irons never opens his door.
Ever.
Not at all. And it's time for, because you're watching the show back in your green room, and it was time for Jeremy Irons. He's like, coming up next, Jeremy Irons. That's when he walked out and walked right to the
all business.
So I wasn't going to knock on his door. I mean,
say, hey, pleasure to meet
man.
you. Right.
So it's time. It's time to have Jeremy Irons on the show, and I'm watching in my green room. I'm watching what you see later on that night on NBC. And Seth Meyers goes, welcome back to the show. My next guest has been the star of several hit movies, including Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yes! Seth Meyers gets it.
It was
all right.
It was the first movie.
Vindication.
He mentioned.
The first thing he said. That's what I'm talking about.
Out of his mouth.
All right. Oh, man.
It was the first movie.
You're lucky I didn't stay up and watch that last night, because I would have blown you up.
I'm sick of it.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, man.
Yes.
It was the first one he said. I didn't even hear what the other two ones were.
Doesn't matter.
My head just went down.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. That just made my day.
So when he was done, I was next, and he comes out, and we just had this quick exchange.
Okay.
For 3 or 4, seriously, 20 seconds. Yeah. Because he sat out there on the set. As soon as he was done taping his segment, Seth did some promos for the show. Hey, everybody, look who's here. It's Jeremy Irons. While he was still sitting there.
Okay.
I guess it was part of the guest appearance. Is he's asked to stay there while he does some on-camera promos for some specific affiliates too. And each time he goes, each time he goes, hey, look who's here. Jeremy Irons is here tonight. And everybody starts clapping. He goes, also on the show, NFL Network's Rich Eisen and whoever the other guest was.
Jessica Ladd.
Okay, thank you. Let's give Jessica a shout out.
Yes.
So each time he did that, I kept looking at Jeremy Irons' facial expression. Each time it was like, who? Each time, who? He get like that wan smile,
right. He's
So then he
playing
comes.
along.
So I go walking towards the set. He comes walking back, and he says to me, he goes, I didn't talk about football at all. I had nothing to say about football. And I'm like, well, I'm sure your football is different from the football I'm talking about. And he goes, oh, I could talk about that. He goes, your football, I don't know anything about that. We shook hands. Boom, we went separate ways.
Amazing.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.